Good afternoon, students. Welcome to social class. Today, let's start a new chapter in Economics, Unit 1, Production. Students, read this box which is given in page number 187. Now, are you ready? Okay, let's go to the chapter. First one, Introduction. There are two main activities in an economy such as production and consumption. Next, consumer can be both customer of producer and supplies to producer. Consumer means நுகர்வோர். Producer means உற்பத்தியாளர்கள். Okay. Then the supplies is well-being is related to the income they receive. Do you understand? Yes. When they receive income, they sell the commodities and services. Commodities means பொருட்கள். Students, note this point. In an economy, all are consumers, but all are not producers or seller. It means, economy பொருளாதாரத்தில் அனைவரும் நுகர்வோர், ஆனால் அனைவரும் உற்பத்தியாளரோ அல்லது விற்பனையாளர்களோ அல்லர். Okay. Next topic, meaning of production. What is production? Production is a process of combining various material inputs and immaterial inputs in order to make something for consumption. That is for output. In economics, it refers to creation of goods and services. Goods means பொருட்கள். It means of creations of utilities. Utility means want satisfying power of a product. Utility is classified in three according to nature. They are form utility, time utility, place utility. அதாவது வடிவ பயன்பாடு, கால பயன்பாடு, இட பயன்பாடு. Form utility. It means utility may increase if the physical form of commodity is changed. For example, the demands and uses of cotton increases if it is converted into cloths. Next, place utility. It means utility may increase if a commodity is transported from one place to another. Okay, one place to another. Example, if rice is transported from Tamil Nadu to Kerala, its utility will be more. Next, time utility. It means utility may increase if the commodity is stored for future usage. Okay, stored for future usage. For example, agricultural. Commodities which are used by consumers throughout the year are stored for future use. Do you understand? Next, let's see about types of production. There are three types of production. They are primary production, secondary production, tertiary production. அதாவது முதன்மை நிலை உற்பத்தி, இரண்டாம் நிலை உற்பத்தி, மூன்றாம் நிலை உற்பத்தி. First one, primary production. It refers to the state of activity in which natural resources are directly used. It is also referred as agriculture sector production because agriculture is given importance. For examples, agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining and oil extraction. Next, secondary production. The process of manufacturing product by using primary product as raw materials is called secondary production. It also referred as industrial sector production because industries are given importance. Examples, manufacturing of car, clothing, chemicals, engineering and building, etc. Now let's see how the process of primary and secondary sector takes place. Cotton, which is taken from primary sector, are sent to cotton industry, which is secondary sector, gives us cloth production. Next example, iron ore, which is taken from primary sector, are sent to iron industry, which is secondary sector, gives us material production. Next one, tertiary production. Services which are not visible rendered by the teachers, doctors, etc. is known as tertiary production. For examples, banking, insurance, education, health and defense. Tertiary production is also called as service sector. Service sector means அடுத்தவங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறது. Factors of production. Factors of productions are known as inputs of production, which are transformed into output or product. Inputs of productions is very important. Okay, there are two main factors of production. They are primary factors of production, derived factors of production. Derived means to obtain from a source. Primary factors of production. Land and labor are primary factors of production. Next, derived factors of production. Capital and organization are derived factors of production. Capital is known as investment and organization is known as organizing land, labor, etc. Organization is also known as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means setting up of business. Students, next we are moving to very important topic. Listen carefully. First topic, land. Land refers to all those natural resources or gift of nature which is provided freely to man. It includes several things like land surface, air, water, rivers, forests, etc. Characteristics of land. Land is a free gift of nature. Man has to make efforts in order to acquire other factors, but to acquire land, no human efforts are needed. Land is not the outcome of human labor. Next, land is fixed in supply. No alternation can be made in surface area of land because it is limited and cannot be increased or decreased with human effects. Third point, land is imperishable. Imperishable means everlasting forever. எப்பொழுதுமே நிலம் வந்து அழியாது. All man-made things are perishable, but land is imperishable. It cannot go out of existence. எப்பொழுதுமே நிலம் என்ன செய்யாது, அழிந்தே போகாது. Next, land is a primary factor of production. Land helps to provide raw materials for industries and to produce crops. For any kind of process, we have to start with land. Next one, land is immovable. Land cannot be transported from one place to another. Land, நிலம் வந்து ஒரு இடத்துலேருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு எப்பொழுதுமே என்ன செய்யாது, நகர்ந்து போகாது. Next one, land has some original indestructible powers. Indestructible means destroy. Destroyனா அழியாது. Land's fertility can be varied, but it cannot be destroyed completely. விளைச்சல் வேறுபடுமே தவிர என்ன செய்யாது, கம்ப்ளீட்டாக அழிந்து போகாது. Next one, land differs in fertility. Fertility of land differs on different places of land. One land may produce more fertility, but another produce less. Next topic, labor. Labor is a human input into production process. Alfred Morsel defines labor as the use of body or mind partly or wholly with a view to secure an income apart from the pleasure derived from the work. Alfred Morsel, FBA, was a British economist. Next one, characteristics of labor. It is more perishable than other factors of production. Labor cannot be stored. Next point is very important. Labor can neither be postponed nor accumulated for next day. Labor is an active factor of production. Neither land nor capital can yield much without labor. Labor is not homogeneous. Labor cannot be separated from the laborer. Labor is mobile. Man moves one place to another from low paid to high paid occupation. Individual labor has limited bargaining power. Bargaining means பேரம் பேசுதல். He cannot fight with his employer for raise in wages or improvement in working place. Topic, division of labor. Division of labor was introduced by Adam Smith in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations. Divisions of labor means dividing the process of production into several component processes. Student, read Do You Know page number 190 and read example of division of labor. Do you understand? Next, merits and demerits of division of labor. Merits. It improves efficiency of labor when labor doing repeated same task. It leads to the use of modern machinery in production. Third one, time and raw materials are used very efficiently. Demerits. Repetition of same task makes laborer to feel that work is very bored for him. Narrow specialization reduces the possibility of laborer to find alternative avenues of employment. This result is unemployment. Reduce the growth of handicraft. Worker losses to satisfaction of having made commodity in full. Next topic, capital. Capital is a man-made physical goods used to produce other goods and services. Capital means money in ordinary language. In economics, it means part of man-made wealth used for production of wealth. Next point is very important, girls. All wealth is not capital, but all capital is wealth. Next heading, forms of capital. Physical or material resources capital. For example, machinery, tools, building, etc. Second one, money capital or monetary resources. For example, bank deposits, shares and securities, etc. Third one, human capital or human resources. For example, investment in education, training and health. Next heading, characteristics of capital. First point, capital is man-made. Second point, capital is productive. Third point, capital has the highest mobility. Fourth one, capital lasts long. Fifth one, capital is more flexibility. Sixth one, capital is a positive factor of production. Seventh one, capital is not an indispensable factor of production. Eighth one, capital involves present sacrifice to get future benefits. Topic, entrepreneur or organization. An entrepreneur is a person who combines different factors of production. The entrepreneur is also called organizer. The entrepreneur is called the changing agent of the society in modern times. Next point is very important, girls. He is not only responsible for producing socially desirable output, but also to increase social welfare. Law characteristic of entrepreneur. First one, making innovation. Second one, taking risk. Third one, deciding the reward payment. Fourth one, identifying profitable investable opportunities. Fifth one, deciding the location of production unit. Students, we have successfully completed the full chapter. You can start study this chapter. Students, learn well. So that's all for today's class. Thank you, students.